This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Months. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
Hello, karibu sana to the Benjamin Zulu Show. My name is Lily, and before I go into the topic, I just saw something on this book, Healing Your Inner Self, To Commence Your Best Life by Benjamin Zulu, on how we sometimes distract ourselves with work to escape the pain. And so what then happens is that we tend to become very profitable, very productive, and what could go wrong?
You know?
Yeah.
And we said, when you're skilled and you're single, you're the favorite of all companies.
Yes.
Because you are lightweight. You don't have family. And then you are competent. They can send you all over.
Yeah.
So you are trusted with everything. Together with the perks that come, it's not always over. They are not always abusing you. Actually, they compensate.
Yes.
They give you the pack, the whole package.
Yes. Please. What do you want? What do you need?
So you have 3 seniors and all of them asking you to represent them. So you come from the trip representing the chair, then you go to the one for the and so you're always around, and because you can deliver, you actually get the company, you get the deals coming, you get the money flowing.
Yes.
As long as you're using that as a hiding place, it's a good thing if it's a career that is balanced with the rest of your life. But the moment you are using that to hide from your emotional life, time goes. There's one thing that is more important than your life, and it's called lifetime. The time you have for your life is being wasted away when you are hiding in work to avoid the hurt, the pain, the healing. And when you deny that I don't need anybody, I'm okay with my... So the other thing is you're preparing the ultimate frustration, because eventually the work will stop being fulfilling. The money will be there, and you see all the things you've cooked up, but they have no warmth. You know, money is very cold. They have praised money a lot, but money can't warm you.
It can buy me a fireplace and a nice cozy house and...
Yes, all those things are inanimate. That duvet is inanimate. The warmth.
Yeah, and duvets from Egypt and Israel.
They just have made in Egypt, that's all. So, is to say you tend to mistake materials to replace a real person. And eventually the emptiness you feel, that's when people go into extreme things like drugs or expensive habits, lifestyles, to try to fill the void. When you finally get frustrated by the work you spent your 20 years, you don't know where to go. You have since forgotten how to love. You have since forgotten how to date. You have since forgotten how to interact. You're very juvenile. You know, you can be 45 and 18 because you've been running away. Very juvenile.
I've met some of those.
Even their notions about people.
Yes.
You are scared. You can't even answer. You know, people can say some things and you can't engage.
You're like, wow. I'm out.
You don't expect that for this because they're coming from running, hiding.
Okay.
So what can go wrong when you run from your love, from your feelings to work, to career, is that you become very immature too late in life. Because you are inexperienced and inexposed. You have not been reading any book about relationship. You have not even been attending those spaces. You don't even follow those teachers. You don't enter those conversations. You don't even invite that knowledge about people. You're blocked. No, don't forget about feelings. Just live like money. It's about money. So you talk like that and protest like that for 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah. And
then you realize, what is wrong with my life? You get urges for any fulfillment, you make a mistake. A very blatant blunder.
Yeah.
When you're so old, it's embarrassing.
Yes.
So, it's to say, what can go wrong? You'll end up delaying that part of your development and denying it its attention. And when you finally try, it will be too late and you suffer costly setbacks.
And please get a copy of this book by making your order on the WhatsApp line on your screen. The book is going for 1,000 bob. That's about $8 thereabout. Get a copy for yourself and many copies for your family and for your colleagues. And just a small detour, Elon Musk is working on robots that can also serve as lovers. Will that resolve that problem so that people don't have to do the work themselves?
Robots are computers. Let's not forget that a robot is just a sophisticated computer, just shaped like a human.
Yeah.
They don't have a soul. The thing you love about people is their soul, it's not their body.
Okay.
The thing you love about people is their vibe. Computers have no vibe.
But unhealed, those of us who are unhealed, we just want somebody we can program and they do what we want.
Yes.
Will that solve
And
that problem?
you really want a half of a human
Yes.
who does not ask you to be vulnerable. They just comply completely.
That's what we want.
You know,
Uh-huh.
this is a computer you'll be plugging to charge.
If you forget to charge it, you're not getting some that night.
You must keep checking how far is the battery. Please, this is a computer. I hope we don't take this idea of robots too far. Please check the charge. You even call fundi. Sometimes you have to actually call the mechanic because it's just malfunctioned. It has a virus. It is saying things that are incomprehensible. It has broken one of the fingers. You're buying another hand. So,
Or, maybe it malfunctioned and broke your fingers.
imagine if it hangs while it was shaking its hand and it's beating you and they hanged there. So how many times you will be slapped now that it was programmable? So the program has malfunctioned. Or it malfunctioned when running. It forgot to stop. And now you are running around with your computer.
Yeah.
So I hope people are fantasizing the idea of robots too far, AI too far.
Yeah.
Don't take it too far.
Okay.
If they can't take over the world, they need to be charged.
And if they
They
malfunction,
can't generate electricity.
yeah.
There's nothing. Artificial intelligence is the same. It's a good advanced way of tools, but these are just tools, utilities.
Okay.
They are not people.
Okay.
Yes.
And that leads us now to the topic of the day, where I'm in a relationship and I'm feeling lonely, I'm feeling ignored, and it can be me or it can be a gentleman watching. Should I leave? Is there something I can program it to work?
So, number one, you shall start with a policy statement about your life
I like this.
and your relationship.
Uh-huh.
You should have a policy statement that sets the quality standards.
Okay.
All right. So, the quality assurance officer is you,
Yes.
and the policy setter is you,
Uh-huh.
and the policy should be: I shall not fear breakup more than I fear being broken. I shall not fear divorce more than I fear depression.
Yes.
I shall not fear being left more than I fear leaving, detaching from myself. You start with a policy statement that values well-being more than being with someone.
Yeah.
You start from a place of self-care, self-love, self-protection. You start from a place that if I go wrong, I better I better go wrong when I'm trying to preserve my peace
Yeah.
than to go wrong when I'm trying to preserve a relationship.
Yeah.
If we had been taught that early in life, Lily, half of our stressors in life would have been eliminated.
Yes.
But you are conditioned for people pleasing, for society pleasing. We live for optics.
Yes.
To call yourself a keeper,
Well.
that you have only been to 2 relationships. One lasted 7 years, the other 5 years. Another, that's an accolade you should clap you for. Now you're a keeper. What did you keep? You should first keep yourself, keep your peace, keep your well-being. You should be a superintendent of your own well-being. So that's a policy statement before you go to any relationship. And then the rules will follow
Yeah.
with number one in place.
Yes.
Policies give direction. It's the laws that give specifics.
Okay.
So the general direction of your life is, no, I would rather be alone and be happy than be with a person I always have to guess, be in doubt. So whenever you feel ignored and unfulfilled in a relationship, first of all, it will start internally. You do one thing with yourself and 2 other things with that person. One with yourself is, do I just feel it, or is it happening? Is it a feeling or a fact?
That was going to be a question I was going to ask.
Sometimes you can feel lonely because you don't know how to interpret affection.
Oh.
Maybe you are so used to chaos that this person is calm, and calm is not registering to you. Drama is exciting. Peace is boring.
Yes.
You can come from such disorder.
Yes.
I was asking, the other day we were asking the online class, if your idea of relaxing before you sleep is to watch a few episodes of crime series, documentary, about murders, shootings, death, that's your idea of relaxing. Which direction is your psychology going?
Somewhere else.
Because it's okay to watch educational things, documentary, but at what time? Trying to relax before you go to sleep? What are you feeding to your system? If you find trauma relaxing, it means you grieve so much trauma that your nervous system got twisted. And what happens is, if this is what is your normal, I can also tell you what else is going on in your life without you telling me. I can already diagnose you. Just tell me that you need to watch a crime documentary before you sleep. And I'll tell you a few things about yourself. You're full of panic attacks. You're full of anxiety. You're full of those things that come from trauma, come from a stressed nervous system.
Okay.
They'll be so rampant in your life. Paranoia, insecurities, intrusive thoughts. The worst thing about horror movies and the murderous things, energies, like they create intrusive thoughts. You start imagining yourself shooting people, and you're not a violent person. You see a person and you imagine piercing them with a knife. You get a knife, if I stabbed this person, and you're not even angry, nothing wrong is going on, but your mind keeps guessing funny things. You're driving a car, if I knock that child, and you're just innocently moving around. You feel so bad, but you keep feeding your mind with morbid, shooting, death, betrayal. You find an accident happening on the road and it's grisly spectacle, death and blood. Why do people stop to watch? What are you feeding your mind with?
Yeah.
Where will you take that? Where will you take that? You're not stopping to help. If you're trying to help, that's another case. But people just stop to watch. And they crowd there. Where a person fallen dead, they're crowding there. What are you doing? Lily, if you want your mind to be your friend, don't pollute it. Don't allow painful, traumatic images there. Safeguard it. Keep it pure.
Okay.
Do you know, in a crazy world, to keep yourself sane is such a jewel?
Yeah.
You'll be able to think better thoughts and live a purer life.
Yes.
Your mind is the gauge of your life.
Yes.
So whenever you feel alone, feel unheard, unseen, introspect inward, am I coming from a place of such abandonment that when people are not abandoning and I'm having to chase them and plead with them, I don't feel engaged?
Engaged.
Some people are so conditioned to chasing, pleading, void, inconsistency, and them having to run after and plead and run. They're always busy. So they're used to that testosterone of trying to text again, call again, plead again, show up again, be humbled again. That was the life with your dad or your mom, maybe. That was the life with the first lovers, the crazy ones you gave yourself to. That was the life with where you're coming from. Here you find a guy who is honestly attentive and dramaless. Honestly apologizes when he's sorry. And I saw one woman complaining, I hate this guy. He apologizes every time he's angry. Now, what will I do with the noise I wanted to make?
I saw that.
You're conditioned to making noise, not making peace.
Yeah.
So the guy is making peace is boring. You even don't think he's real.
Yeah, you go tell someone, I didn't appreciate it when you did this and this and this. And so you thought it.
And then you are warming up to blast.
Yeah, you had your whole thing prepared. And then the guy says, oh, I'm so sorry.
What can I do? I'm so... You see, he goes to the floor. Now you are lost there.
I'm lost.
Your anger.
My presentation. Where will I take it?
While you should be happy that it is resolved now, yes, and we go to another happy mood, you had built up this thing because that's how you're used to blowing up. Men were telling me that they're getting frustrated in dating. When they don't go straight to sex, the women become suspicious. They don't even think he's real. Are you gay? How come you're not asking for it?
Not all of us, but okay.
A lot of numbers, and they were telling me, by the time you find a woman who understands just dating celibate with dignity, you'll move around. And I was telling him that he should also up his game where he's searching. Because sometimes you stay in a space of alcoholism, space people are just living careless life. You can have a microculture in the company you live, in the company you work for. in that part of the city. You can actually have microcultures. And sometimes when you're frustrated by that population, you should cross over to the other side of town.
It's true.
You can have a region
Yeah.
that is more immoral,
Yes.
decayed.
Oh, yes.
You can have campuses. For a long time, KMTC were known for the wrong things.
Yeah.
Thankfully, nowadays,
Yeah. They've improved.
we had KMTC and KTTC in one place.
Ah.
And the KMTC had a bad name. These other guys did not have. And these are same kind of people from same whatever.
Same age group.
You know.
Yeah.
And one had such an immoral reputation. So you can have a microculture.
Yes.
So when you find yourself sometimes too frustrated, check. So do you feel that way because your partner is behaving that way, or because your systems are dysfunctioning? You are being oriented for trauma, absence, and inconsistency. Or more problematic is that you could be feeling unseen, unheard, and the other person is also feeling misunderstood and misinterpreted and pressured because you speak different languages. One of these shows will talk about love languages.
Yes.
One of you thinks you have done the biggest thing when you spend 3 hours, 4 hours with your partner today. Quality time matters to you so much.
Yeah.
Women don't like quality time. Men want acts of service. So it could be. You also want quality time, but many times the one thing that is common with most men
Yeah.
is service, practical service. A meal,
Okay.
cloth. So whether we'll talk about words of affirmation, which women need and men also need a lot, whether we'll talk about gifts and physical touch, those things fluctuate. But there are some things that for this gender, prepare for it.
Okay.
Women need their quality time. A healthy woman needs quality time.
Yes.
The time that is not distracted, not divided among who and who.
Yes.
You know, we are just there talking us, and it's not always busy with activity.
Yeah.
The attentiveness of us just talking,
Yeah.
sometimes casual, joking, all that is important for women. So sometimes because you're speaking different love languages, and although they are called love language, you can look at them as love styles.
Okay.
Really, the energy style, how you show affection, how you communicate affection. The second thing you shall do is you shall communicate calmly but clearly about your dissatisfaction after you introspect,
Yes.
to confirm that it's not that you are malfunctioning.
Yes. It's not me, it's you.
And when you know you're malfunctioning, sometimes you have done mirroring with that, because you've been disagreeing around the issue. You know, by the time you're questioning this, because there have been disagreements around it.
Yes. Yes.
And questions and all that. What you shall do the next is to communicate your pain calmly, without explosions.
Yeah.
And clearly, without just hinting and
Okay.
dropping hints there and hoping they do mind reading and fill the gaps. You know, when we are uncomfortable, we avoid that space. We try to just beat around the bush.
Okay, but Benjamin, aren't there things that should be common sense?
Yeah, there is common sense if the common is common between you.
Oh, okay. It has to be common between
Yes.
us.
So what can be common to a female can be so foreign to the man.
Okay.
It feels like you're talking French and German. You know.
Okay.
So communicate what you feel calmly. Compose yourself. Take some water if you need to cool off. Don't explode.
Okay.
Don't be accusatory. Don't use blanket language. Always use sandwiching. Sandwiching is when you start with what you like, then come to what you don't like, what you wish you can change, then express hope that actually this can change. You express your pain. Don't give ultimatums.
Oh.
If this does not change, I'll be done in a month. Don't threaten divorce. Don't threaten breakup. Never use that language of breakup and threats.
I agree.
Don't talk like it's conditional.
It's a real turn.
Don't threaten. Actually believe that this can be resolved. Come with that belief. It is so painful, but I know we can work it out.
Yeah.
What do you think we can do?
Yeah.
I always feel left out when you just plan your day and I'm learning the last minute where you're going. You're calling me when you have changed your plans midway and gone away for another 5 hours. When you're caught up with your friends and the guy was telling me this lady can just be, I don't know, spend out.
Oh. Some people are daring.
You know. I don't know, drunk till late. Woman, drunk till late. The men who date carelessly, Many men married the woman they picked when they were not ready for marriage. Do you follow the mix?
Who was not ready, the man or the woman?
The man started dating when he was not trying to get married. Then he got stuck with that woman.
Oops.
Yes, baby came, entanglement
Yeah.
came. And they date because they cannot face life alone. They want to indulge. They think love is bliss.
Yeah.
They don't see the investment they should do in life. This is almost a pandemic among men. Almost a pandemic. They don't, being alone seems abnormal. Those of us who are not dating in college appeared like we were abnormal.
Yeah.
And we had seen the long journey we needed to go to clarify the path of our own lives. But how many are reflecting? They think I can have a woman here while I'm growing. You think you can just have her here, have her there? Your feelings will get involved. Your feelings will get, something will crop up that has independent existence.
Yeah.
That will control your life in another direction.
Yes.
So you end up married to a woman you are trying to study now. You barely knew her then. She was good for girlfriend. You didn't think that the girlfriend thing is not just temporary. Some don't know how to run around. They don't know how to live.
Yeah.
Some are too good to live. Others are too bad to live. Okay, people stay for different reasons.
Yeah.
She can stay because she's very faithful. Or she can stay because you think you can just waste my time and go.
I'll show you. I'll teach you a lesson.
And so you communicate what you feel is not working, is hurting you calmly, and give hope for future.
That is so good.
Yes.
Give hope for future.
Yes.
So this is hope oriented.
We are there to try work out things, even when you are paining, when you are hurting. And one of the biggest struggles is when they're putting their career, their family, their friends before you. When the challenge with men is their work many times. Also their relatives. But a lot of times a dedicated man struggles to balance. Because he's trying to provide for his family through the work.
Yes.
So many times think if I just spend more time here, they will understand.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this thing for us.
Yeah.
You know, if you come explain, you feel like I'm too absent, you don't get this kind of time, and you try to express, you feel like you have been hushed, ignored, and it's paining. That time you're not just calm because it's hurting. Sometimes you cry or whatever it is, but you feel it. You know, when you love sincerely, you feel things.
Yeah. Feelings.
You can't just be calm and professional.
Yeah.
This is love, you know.
Yeah.
In fact, if you think in love and this guy is just professional and proper, you should question the love. You know, it's love when you just feelings.
Yeah.
Yes, and you see them trying to compose and they are swallowing hard. Married people can have hard conversations and sit through them.
Yes.
The weak people run.
Yes.
They shut down. They avoid.
I think even strong people tend sometimes, they have their moments
The instinct is to avoid.
where they run.
But when conversations are important, we sit through them. We face the issue. We always do that with our jobs. You know very well, if you run from a problem, you will find it there.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that with our relationship? You try to postpone the file, you find it there staring at you. And the boss making calls.
Yeah.
You are to meet at 7:30, I can see 7:35, what's up? I'm waiting for you. The work they're asking for, you have not even done it. You said you come earlier. Let me go home. Tomorrow by 5, I'll be here. 5.
Why are you looking at me?
the ridiculous things we promise ourselves.
Yeah.
In order to procrastinate.
You looked at me like you know something.
Imagine when you know you're bad in the morning, then you're promising yourself.
Yeah. Tomorrow will be different. Yeah.
Then you set alarm and you don't hear it. You know that people who snooze alarm, others who actually don't. The alarm gets tired itself and actually gives up. By the time an inanimate thing is giving up on you, what is your hope? So those who snooze are better. At least they're engaging.
Yeah.
The other guys who actually quarrel with the alarm. How come you did not go? This alarm, you are supposed to wake me up. Then you hear your neighbor complaining. My friend, those alarms of yours.
Oh my goodness.
So
I had a nanny who was like that. She'd set an alarm that will wake all of us up.
Except,
But she's not waking up.
Exactly.
And we didn't want to wake up at 4.
you know, So you should get a Mr. Bean kind of alarm. The one that just slaps you in particular.
Yeah.
It's not making noise for the rest of us.
That AI we were talking about should
Yes.
be for that reason. Should come and shake you and slap you.
You in particular.
Yeah, just you.
You know.
Yeah.
So you express without giving ultimatums, having hope. Now, the third and the last is, what if they don't respond?
Okay.
You escalate the conflict. You don't back off. You don't compromise.
Yes.
You don't sweep it under the carpet. You don't become a phone. Oh, it's okay. All right. Okay. We have to stay. The third rule says you do not sit on what you cannot live with. Escalate it. Let's go for therapy. I think we have not resolved this. Let's talk to someone else. To escalate means to say, unfortunately, I cannot continue like this.
Okay.
That's what you say.
Not a quarrel.
No.
That's the time we explode. I can't stand this. We have to see Benjamin Zulu.
When you blow up, they use the blowing up as a distraction from the issue.
Okay.
The reason you should remain
yes,
calm
yes.
is that you maintain focus. When you lose it and you're kicking around, now they make that reaction as the real issue. You're actually crazy. The real issue is not resolved, but there's an evidence of a broken glass.
Yeah.
She's breaking glass.
Yeah.
She's banging doors, scaring children. Can you cancel this one? She's mentally unstable.
Yeah.
So the real issue that made you blow up is ignored to paint you as mentally unstable.
Yeah.
If you remain calm, they have nothing else to focus on.
Yes.
Calm and firm. Those two things are your superpower. Say, I'm sorry, this is too, I can't put up with this anymore. And the Kikuyu sayings, the Kikuyu people are saying that you should know how we shall live together.
Yes.
They sing a song.
Yeah.
To say, you better think about how we shall coexist. This is not working.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you reach that place where you're saying, I say this is not working for me, you took it for granted and you're repeating it, unfortunately, I cannot continue like this. And you throw the ball to their court. If you think we should see a therapist, let me know. Otherwise, you step back. Stepping back starts emotional. You stop being affectionate. In words, physically, sex, or anything. You remove your affection because you're being hurt. The more you're exposing yourself, the more they're hurting you.
And then they'll say, you're overreacting. Why
Yeah.
are you like this?
It's okay. If they gaslight, now you know there's no future here.
Oh,
So you retract emotionally, you remove your affection.
yes.
If still they don't hear, they continue. Maybe you're quarreling over them coming late home
Yeah.
so that you're parenting alone. Parenting moments are few.
Yeah.
So just in the evening.
Yeah.
Which other times are we with children? From morning we are chased by duties, isn't it? Put on uniform, go to the bus, go to school. See, the parenting moments are only,
In the evening.
and they're not there.
Yeah.
So you're parenting single and you're saying, I can't stand this. And this can be the man. His job could be more regular. This woman is clinging to a job that is bringing her home so late. There are meetings every day. So other people are home and they're not home.
Yeah.
Working from home confused our homes.
Yeah.
It brought working home.
Yes.
So people are home and they're not home.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I get you. They're home and they're not home.
Yes, energetically they are still working from home.
Yeah.
From their computer, they are out there. They are really connected to London, to their workspace, to what online, to
Yeah.
and they're not there energetically.
Yes.
What if that is really your bone of contention? You're saying no, the water is going under the bridge. First of all, I'm drained, I'm carrying too much. Number two, our children are not experiencing their mother. I'm having to do this alone. I'm having to do no. This, what can we do? But I love my job. Oh, let me talk to. Maybe after a month it will improve. A month goes, and another one. And because you keep, many people don't refuse directly. They just give you, they postpone commitment, postpone change, postpone. You say, I'm sorry. It appears like you need more time. I don't know how much time, but I can't continue like this.
Yeah.
This is too hurting for me. If the whole arrangement of marriage and parenting is too heavy for you, let me know. it appears like you are unable to adjust. What do you suggest we should do? Because I can't continue like this. You escalate the problem. You shall never swear never to divorce.
Yes.
You shall never swear never to walk out. You shall always swear never to live unhappy.
Yeah.
You shall only swear never to get so compromised, walked on, abused, subdued that you are voiceless.
Yeah.
Those are the things you can swear that for as long as I live, I'll always have my voice. I'll always honor my truth.
Yeah.
I'll always be forthright. I'll always be kind and caring but firm.
Yes.
And when walking out becomes necessary, I'll walk out with my dignity intact.
Yes.
I'll never stay to a place where I'm torn in pieces until I can't recognize who I've become. Bitter, when you accommodate things that the person is not changing, you become bitter, resentful.
Yeah.
That you have now temper tantrums, things you had outgrown in Form 2.
Yeah.
You start relapsing. Now you're going to alcohol.
Yeah.
You start going to things. You are not binge eating. You've not been overeating. A lot of people, when they go through trauma, food becomes a comforter. So you find yourself oversleeping. You had already outgrown that.
Yeah.
You find yourself no longer dressing up. You're forgetting your body. If you do not know how to escalate conflicts because of fear, it takes a toll on you. You become squeezed. There's a depression called dysthymia that is not deep and taking you to isolation immediately, but takes away the life out of you, the spark. So you go through the motions of work, through the motions of the day.
Yes.
And you start speaking in monotone. You cannot have people in dysthymia because they dress monotone, talk monotone, live monotone, live robotically.
Yeah. They just function. That's it.
And the spark has gone.
Yeah.
The laughter, they no longer laugh. Treasure your laughter is one sign that you are alive.
Okay.
It's one sign you're actually engaged. It's one sign that you're ventilating, you're living life.
Yes.
You will know you're going through into depression, that you meet the right person, you laugh, and while you're laughing, you realize, I've not laughed for a long time. This feeling is new. How has my home become? Because for the last 1 month, there was a contention around this issue, and there's no happiness.
Yeah.
So this to say, you can escalate without having to appear like you're dramatic. You're just saying this is not possible, and if we cannot work together, I think we can amicably give each other space to live our lives as we think is better.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I was younger, I was very feisty and very wordy. And over time, the journey of healing, I learned how to be calm.
Correct.
Even when I'm dissatisfied.
Correct.
And the thing about being calm and then you're in a lonely space is that sometimes you'll have to walk away from loneliness quietly.
Yeah.
And it hurts double because the loneliness was hurting you, and now walking away without any bullfighting also can be so underwhelming and disillusioning. That's just something that has crossed my mind.
And when you say, I hope people understand, you mean loneliness in a hollow relationship.
Yes.
Where you are with someone and you are still alone.
Yes.
Disengaged.
Yes.
Disconnected.
Yes.
You don't feel seen, heard, cared for,
Yes.
loved.
Yes.
And you are with someone on paper, but alone in reality.
Yeah.
And when you have to walk out of that void, and you are exploding, that is what you're calling, can be so draining and infuriating, frustrating.
Yeah.
That's the place when you need psychological
Care.
exhaust.
Yes.
Please always get spaces where you can deflate, release those things, those pains, and feel validated and affirmed.
Yeah.
If you don't, you try to get the same person who hurt you to heal you,
Yeah.
and they'll increase your pain
Yes.
and take over the narrative to say you are crazy and damage your reputation.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other thing that crossed my mind when you said that we shall swear not to be unhappy, you know, I know that what you mean by unhappy is not really that a good marriage is one where we are always laughing, but I must never wonder why I'm married, you know.
Exactly.
I'm not I'm married, but I'm not getting conjugal rights. I'm married, but I don't have companionship. Then it becomes just a shell.
The opposite of, the antidote of unhappy is not bliss, it's peace. It's peace.
Yes.
Sometimes we are not always laughing, joking to mean we're in a happy relationship. It means we are at peace, we are connected and calm.
Yes.
We are together on the same page.
Yeah.
That's what we are calling peace.
We're in sync.
We are in sync.
Yeah.
We are rhyming. And we feel each other. In fact, you know you're in love when you can exist in silence and you can feel each other.
Yes.
There's exchange.
Yes.
In the same room. It
Yeah.
just could be in your small spaces of entertainment, but every now and then there's this exchange, that small beads of connection, that and you can spend evening without big stories,
Yeah.
and it is so fulfilling.
It can be actually the same thing on both sides of the divide.
Yes.
But there's peace.
Yes.
Where the relationship is working.
You feel, you know they love you, you feel felt,
Yeah.
you feel seen.
Yes.
We flourish under love the way plants flourish under sunshine. It's not always busy, the sunshine
Yes.
busy,
Yes.
but it gives energy and life.
Yes.
That's what true love does. Gives you energy and life.
Wow. If you're out there and trying to work on your relationship, we wish you well. We pray it works. All the best. That's it for this episode. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal